This is the Dover Download Podcast. My name is Christopher Parker, and for the past 25 years, I've had the pleasure of working with, learning from, and talking to a variety of volunteer, staff, and community members. This podcast explores conversations, activities, and a variety of policies and programs which exist here in Dover to improve the community in one way or another. During 2024, we've seen some improvements and evolution of the recreation program activities here in the city of Dover, starting with the retirement of longtime rec director Gary Bannon, and then we heard from the new rec director, Kevin Hebert. Today, we're going to chat with Heather Twombly and Rick McCoulis of the new supercharged Rec Advisory Board. Welcome. How are you two today?
Doing well. Thanks for having us.
I'm doing well. Thank you.
So, Heather, when I say new supercharged, what's the change?
So we have combined two additional boards into the Dover Recreation Board. So we've included the Arena Commission and the Pool Committee. So we've now got one giant board.
So now, Rick, is this one giant board with 30 members, or did you thin the herd?
So we did allow for a few members from the previous boards to integrate into the rec board. I was actually previously the chair of the Arena Commission, and I was already on the rec board. So there's a little bit of overlap there that we didn't need to double up on. I'd say we got about 15 or so members now currently. There's still a couple of vacancies too for anyone interested. But it's a manageable size, and it's helpful for us to be able to have a much broader array of rec experience on the board now.
Over the years, I've seen people have this perception that 15 people is unwieldy, but it's actually, I think you're right. I think it is a pretty manageable amount. It also helps with quorum, gives a little bit more variety of folks to be able to attend meetings. What was the driving factor in these? Was it just a synergy thing, or were there other?
I think it was a combination of things. I mean, they really overlap. So when you're talking about recreation, it encompasses a lot. And so you had these three commissions that were all really recreational driven. And you're having different groups meeting, but all of the projects and different things were overlapping. So there's a lot of duplication. I think bringing it together and working together more cohesively just streamlined it a lot better. Plus, I think it allowed us to reach out to the community even more. We have a large community, so this kind of the larger committee represents it a little better.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. Recreation for the city is a citywide experience. So, we don't want people to just think, oh, there's just the arena or there's just the pool. Like, this is the City of Dover's recreation department.
I'm going to think, too, there's nothing that stops you from doing subcommittees.
No.
If Rick, you, and a few others really want to focus on the arena and then report back to the larger group, there's still that capacity.
That's exactly right. And it also gives us the chance to maybe have some meetings at some of those locations too, and give the whole board a chance to be able to see a little bit more about the pool in the summer. I'd love to do an outdoor meeting. That'd be fun. Or go see the arena in the winter, right when it's in use.
And we did talk about that, kind of going to the different locations and alternating where we have the meetings, just so we can be on site and look at different things, especially if there's a big project going on.
Well, and one of the real opportunities for that will begin in January when the library moves to the McConnell Center and takes up some of the meeting space. It might be a good reason to use the arena conference room or to get out there and see the world.
Right.
Go to where your stakeholders are, as they say.
Just dress warmer.
So was this a long time coming, or was it a spur of the moment? How did this sort of evolve?
I think I've heard...
Gary's gone, we got to make changes?
No, because some of the changes started with Gary being here. So, he was definitely an advocate for a lot of it as well. I think it's been a long time coming. There's some other areas we've even talked about, Rick and I at least, that definitely could be part of it even more. But I think, as we grow, you kind of want to take it step by step, right? You don't want to take too much on it at once. But subcommittees will definitely be a key factor especially if there's a big project going on.
And we did think a little bit about how much time city staff has to spend going to these meetings. Heather and I have been doing this for a while now, and we spent a lot of nights with Gary, in any given month, and realizing that we can be more efficient with staff time too, which is going to be a lot better for them. So this is helpful for that.
Do you reset the mission? Like, how did you, from an organizational standpoint, when you first have these, first with the pool and then with the arena coming together, how do you set the tone at those meetings?
Well, I think now we have it breaking out so that everybody kind of comes in and reports out on their area just to give us an overhead, because we want to make sure that each area still has that dedicated time. we definitely want to make sure that we're not losing any aspects. So we really focus on kind of outlining. Everybody has that chance to speak about their specifics, and then we go into questions and bringing out the more broad.
Yeah, it's great having the pool director and the arena director at these meetings now, and people that were just part of the Recreation Advisory Board before who never got the chance to meet these folks are now getting that input. So, I mean, as far as strategic direction, this year has definitely been a year of change, and I would say that next year we'll probably be doing a lot more of that strategic mindset shift.
So have you looked at, you use the word strategic, which I love. Have you looked at sort of laying out a path forward, or are you sort of iteratively doing it?
No, we've kind of laid out a little bit of a path forward. I think we have some ideas that, that we couldn't quite get to this year because, as we said, it's kind of a year of change, right? A year of evolution. So it's more of like ideas of, okay, next year we'd like to do this. We need to start it here. So we're kind of outlining how that's looking moving forward.
And a lot of that's coming out of our work getting to know Kevin and working with Ricky some more as well. We know that the leadership has changed too. And so this is an opportunity for us all to come together and build out a new strategic vision.
What's the most drastic change? Or maybe dramatic, not drastic?
That's a good question. Well, I have a lot of my Tuesdays back now that I don't have to go to arena commission meetings, but
I actually meant between Gary and Kevin, but no, you're thinking about yourself. No.
Well, I mean, they're different people for sure, right? And, Gary had been here for quite a long time and knew the community inside and out. And Kevin is a smart guy. He's already doing really well in the position. And so a lot of it is helping Kevin to get up to speed on the community because there's a lot to learn.
And I think Kevin brings a lot of fresh new ideas. So Gary was wonderful and led a great team, and we've got a lot of things done, but I think Kevin has a fresh new approach and more of a go get it.
And we were talking about this at the meeting the other day about the holiday, the tree lighting.
Right. So yeah, the tree lighting is a great example. This year it's going to be as it's been, but next year we do have a lot of ideas that we kind of want to bring it to a bigger community event and kind of get more people involved.
And I would say a lot of that energy is coming from Kevin, right? By bringing in those extra outside experiences, those are the sorts of changes that you're going to start seeing over the next couple of years. And what I like about him is that we're not trying to do it all at once, right? All right away. He's really trying to get a sense of how the community works and then start introducing some exciting new initiatives.
What's interesting to me is they have one thing very much in common, which is their passion for providing programming. And
Absolutely.
The passion for being integrated into the community is not just if I use rec, I use rec, but really wanting to make sure that the community is aware that recreation opportunities exist. The flip side, I've experienced it. You just mentioned a similar Rick, and maybe you expand on this. I think we're seeing more, I don't know if delegation's the word, but more awareness of the staff. Gary was such a face and such a focal point, good, bad, or indifferent. And I think Kevin is really elevating some of the visibility of the supervisory staff and the managerial staff that he has.
And the boards even. I think he really is. It's like you said, it's kind of a delegation more. So I think it's more of an opportunity for the community's involvement.
Yeah, absolutely. To rely on expertise, which is a really good sign, for a new leader in the department to rely on the people that have been doing this stuff and have been working with it. It's
really an exciting time, I think. I just think it's almost again, was not bad, but a start fresh and new.
It's interesting, Mike, behind the keyboard here, and I have had this conversation a few times over the years. It always seems like when someone leaves, it's the right time. Like you look back and you're like, oh, that was a perfect time for a pivot point for an evolutionary change. And it's almost, it's not that there's not sadness or there's not, they really knew something that we have to relearn. But it's a great opportunity for people that might have been shadowed or might have not seen their real potential come out to jump forward. And I think both on Kevin's side and on Rick's side, Conway, not be Rick, though, as Heather, as you say, it's giving the committee members a more opportunity as well. So how do you grab that as an advisory board? How do you harness that and push it forward?
I think it's just literally keep keep coming, obviously, starting with the meetings and using that time wisely to kind of talk about some of our ideas and thoughts and reaching out to the community more and just really bringing all of that forward. Because I think the more we talk about it, the more we have an impact in it. And the more we actually do, it will come together even stronger.
And some of that energy is bringing back things that maybe we've lost in the past, like the
Heiliger Awards.
Yeah.
So that's something we were able to bring back. And I think we're all really excited that that's back. And I think the community is going to be excited because I know it was a big loss.
So it went away because of COVID.
Yep.
Right, wrong, or indifferent. Again, it's unfortunate. A lot of things get blamed on COVID.
I know.
Whether that's actually a scapegoat or the reality, I think we have to decide, as you have done, to bring things back when it's appropriate to bring things back. So walk the listener through what are the Heiliger Awards and how do you go through the...
I moved to Dover just a little under 5 years ago, so I've actually never been to the Heiliger Awards. So I'm excited to be able to go to my first one. I've heard a lot of great things.
Yeah, so the Heiliger Awards are a time to kind of recognize the volunteers that have been in our community for the all our sports. So really, all of the teams get to nominate who they feel would be, the Heiliger Awards recipient for the year based on how much volunteering they've done, what they've done with that sport or the community or anything else. So it's just a really good time to recognize all their efforts and their assistance with the community.
Is it broken out in the main three categories, recreation, pool, and arena, or does it really go into the minutia of all the programming?
It's the minutia of all the programming. So it encompasses everything. Yes, it's not broken out into any one particular, but it is strictly to volunteers.
And the idea is the volunteers come together and you celebrate them with the award ceremony. Is there a dinner component or a social component to it as well?
So we're lucky enough that we usually partner with Dover Moose Lodge, and they, again, are going to partner with us this coming year. So they will actually host us and assist with the food and all. So there is a dinner, nice recognition night. I, unfortunately, have not made the actual evening, so this will be the first one that I've already put it on my calendar to make sure I'm there.
So if someone wants to attend, they can check the recreation webpage and learn about how to sign up, how to attend, and how to participate in this great event.
Absolutely.
So moving forward, have you seen, I know, and not to praise the good, but forget the bad, one of the reasons that it was done was because it was tough to get a quorum for the three different committees. Have you seen an evolution away from that? Do you have you said you've got a couple of vacancies still, but not detrimentally.
Yeah,
right.
We've gotten the spots for interested folks that want to come learn about recreation and weigh in on the city's future for recreation. But yeah, it's been a lot easier to get meetings together. We really struggled with that with the Arena Commission before. I think the pool committee was experiencing similar difficulties, but now having a lot more folks interested and engaged, we're filling up the meeting room pretty often now.
Yeah, the Rec Advisory Board didn't have it as often as an issue. I think we usually run into it on a holiday. Other than that, we've been pretty good, but this is definitely a step in the right direction to not have that issue.
And for those that might be interested in joining Rec, are you looking for characteristics or for demographics to be represented? In other words, do you have a good cross-section of young and old members? Because there are a variety of recreation opportunities. Are we looking for people that are on team sports versus just looking to support the weight training and fitness aspects? How does someone, what sort of holes do you need to fill on the board?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good way to think about it, that we do want that good cross-section of the city and of different interests in recreation. But I would say the number one thing we're looking for is, do you have a passion for recreation? And if you do, I would really encourage you to get involved. Yes, we love to have opinions from all over, but that's something that we challenge our board members to do too, is to go out and experience all the different kinds of recreation that we haven't yet, and get that experience too.
And I think currently we do have a good variety that meets pretty much all the standards. So again, I second that, a passion for recreation, a passion for community, and a passion to be involved. If you want to see something, if you're that person that's saying, oh, I wish we had this, or I wish we did this, those are the people we want involved, because so do we. And how can you help us move that forward?
So you're reinvigorated. You've got a plan for moving forward. You're already seeing some changes, but you're looking forward to larger changes. What's the message you want to leave the listener with beyond that?
I would just say that recreation is everywhere. And the way that the city engages in recreation is ultimately up to the people of the city. And so, we're just one piece of that in expressing what we think is important. And so I would just generally encourage folks, if there's something that you think that the city should be doing in the world of recreation, you should reach out and make your voice heard.
I second that. I think definitely if you are looking for something to be involved in, it's a great group. It's a wonderful aspect. It definitely gives you that involvement into your community. And if you want to be one of those who help the community grow, get involved.
And if someone wants to take you up on your offers, when does the Rec Advisory Committee meet?
We meet the
Second Monday.
second Monday of the month. Yeah, I think next year we only have one alternate day because of the holiday. But yeah, it's the second Monday of the month, 6 p.m.
Great. I appreciate you both coming in and chatting with the listener today. Hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again for having us.
Dover has a wealth of history in its over 400 years of existence. Coming up, Mike Gillis is going to share some of that history with us.
This week in 1921, Dover took a significant step toward becoming a winter recreation destination with the formation of a new winter sports association under the leadership of the Dover Chamber of Commerce. At an enthusiastic meeting, Mayor-elect Charles G. Waldron was named president of the organization, which aimed to promote outdoor activities and provide facilities for winter sports throughout the city. The association's mission focused on encouraging a variety of winter activities, including hockey, ski jumping, snowshoeing, tobogganing, skating, and horse racing. Local businessman James Parle offered to assist in maintaining skating areas, while other community members identified potential locations for skiing and tobogganing activities. The initiative was inspired in part by a message from Denny Good, who encouraged Dover to, quote, arrange for the pleasure of her own people and to enhance her own reputation abroad to provide a series of wintertime games. This vision resonated with the assembled group, who saw the potential for Dover to become a hub for winter recreation. The organization represented a collaborative effort between city government and local business interests, with the Chamber of Commerce taking a leading role in coordinating the various stakeholders. Mayor-elect Waldron's selection as president demonstrated the city government's commitment to the initiative, though he was unable to attend the inaugural meeting due to other civic duties. Through this organized approach to winter sports and recreation, Dover positioned itself to provide structured outdoor activities for its residents, while potentially attracting visitors to the city during the winter months. The formation of this association marked a significant step in Dover's development as a winter recreation destination in the early 1920s.
Thanks for listening to the Dover Download this week. If you like what you heard, subscribe through your favorite podcast aggregator. And if you have something you want to hear a topic on, let us know. Finally, this is just one of the many ways we share information about the city of Dover. You can subscribe to the Dover Download's email newsletter every week or other newsletters that we have by going to the City of Dover homepage, www.dover.nh.gov. Have a great week.